Okay, so looking at this first one here, we want to compare the dimensions of the prism. How many times greater is an important piece here, is the surface area of the green prism than the surface area of the blue prism. So let's start with the surface area of the green prism. Okay, to find the surface area of the green prism, we need to find the area of all of the sides and add them together. So when we're doing this, we can do our 25 times by 5, which is going to be 125. Now, because the left and the right side are going to be the same, we can times that by 2. It's going to give us 100 or 250. Okay. Next, we can end up with the 25 times by 10, which is going to become 250. And because the front and the back side are going to be the same, we can times that by 2 and end up at 500. And then we can do the 10 times by 5, which is equal to 50, times by 2, which is going to be equal to 100. And that's because the top and the bottom are going to be the same. So adding these together, we are going to end up with 850 for the surface area of the green. Okay, now if we're looking at the surface area of the blue, we can do a lot of the same things, right? We can do 10 times by 2, which is equal to 20. And then because the left and the right side are the same, we can times it by 2 to end up at 40. We can then do 10 times by 4, which is equal to 40. And then we can times that by 2 because the front and the back are going to be the same. So that's going to be 80. And then we can do 4 times by 2, which is equal to 8. And we can times that by 2 because the top and the bottom are the same to get 16. Adding those together, we're going to end up with 136. Okay, now the question says to figure out how many times greater the surface area of the green prism is than the red or the blue prism. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 850 and we're going to divide it by this 136 to figure out how many times greater it is. So we're going to go ahead and grab our calculator here. We're going to do 850 divided by 136, and that's going to give us 6.25. So we're going to say this is 6.25 times greater. And as we check our answer, we should be good. Wonderful.